The US dollar didn't become dominant overnight, and it won't lose dominance overnight either. So, for most of modern history, the world has always had a lead currency, whether that was the franc, the British pound, or the US dollar as we know it. But the transition from one dominance to another isn't a dramatic moment or like a light switch kind of thing. It's actually been a slow transition, and eventually the dominant one slowly loses exclusivity. In the 1800s, global trade ran on the British pound sterling, and London was the financial center of the world. But then, World War I happened and World War II happened, and Britain went into debt while the United States became the world's largest creditor. By 1934, the system was rewritten at Bretton Woods, and the dollar became the backbone of global trade. But the pound didn't disappear. For decades after World War II, both the pound and the dollar were used internationally at the same time. And a lot of economists call this the reserve currency transition period, not a replacement, but more of like an overlap. Now, if we fast forward to today, for the first time, we are seeing multiple major economies large enough to matter simultaneously, right? The US still dominates trade settlement. The euro handles massive regional trade flows, and China is expanding the yuan settlement and cross-border trade. And so much so that in 2016, the IMF even added the Chinese renminbi to the global reserve basket for SDRs. So instead of one king currency, we are clearly entering something new, which is a multipolar monetary system, multiple large currencies sharing global influence all at the same time. And that creates a massive problem, because if countries don't want to rely on each other's currency, and do you think the US is going to go down without a fight and just hand it over to another country like, China? Probably not. So in a situation like that, how will they settle trade without giving power away? Well, we're going to answer that in part 2, so make sure you follow.